Короче, какой-то у меня такой баг с NVIDIA Broadcast, что если я часто буду мутить микрофон именно вручную, не через кнопку, а именно на самом микрофоне, то у меня почему-то он перестает потом работать, и надо просто перезагружать компьютер. Так, отключу DLSS, как обычно в самом начале. Я, кстати, не понимаю, почему я не могу ему ничего продавать.
Greetings. What do you need?
Даже можно с котелка их есть. Кстати, у других теперь это украсть еду. То есть нельзя просто так подойти и похавать в первой части. Дай мне.
The Lord be with you.
Are you going to do what we talked about?
Так, ну я ж надеюсь, тут задания они как-то не уберутся. Если я пойду вот по сюжетке пока что.
It's about those two idiot hands of mine, Venser and Franzi. They drove off with a cart full of goods towards Semin, and they never came back.
Do you want me to find them?
Just so. But more importantly, I want to know where my cart ended up, and especially the cargo. Go to Semin and find out what the bloody hell happened.
Have you any idea which way they might have gone? I could have a look along the way. Maybe their cart broke down or something.
There's only one road to Semin that can take a cart. It leads from Takov to Troskovitz, and then to the south. But I've got a bad feeling they got up to no good in Semin.
Those two hands of yours, Venser and Franzi, what can you tell me about them?
Can't tell you much. They're wandering laborers. I don't think they wanted to stay here with me for long, but these days I can use all the help I can get.
Were they suspicious in any way?
No, they worked hard. They ain't no slackers. And I can't say that about everyone.
What was the cart carrying?
Bugger and bollocks. All sorts of stuff. I'd say Lord Semin wants to rearm his garrison with new equipment. There were some hunting swords, bastard swords, crossbow bolts. I also fixed the trigger on young Semin's crossbow. And some kitchen stuff. Sacks of charcoal, all sorts of things. There's a good month's work in that cartload.
All right, I'll get right on it then.
Go ahead. And if you find that pair of fools drunk, kick their asses for me.
Gladly. I'll kick some sobriety into them.
Are you going to bake bread today?
No, sorry.
А еще, кстати, из-за DLSS, когда он включен, то у меня вот эти все шрифты, они какие-то вообще непонятные становятся. Типа вот это все смазанное становится, штрихованное какое-то. Что вот это взять, пока я этот крафчу тут. Кстати, вот этот крафт оружия, капец, это, блин, готик выпустится. В готике тоже надо было покупать всякие эти железки, что из них делать. По двойной цене. Теперь нет минуса. Раньше было... Ну, что наоборот тебе нравятся плохие кровати, а хорошие не нравятся. А тут вот на более роскошной постели это умение влияния не оказывает. Можно, кстати, вкачать, верно. Что она серая? Окей. Так. Думаю, может, просто надо, чтобы он был с 9 утра. Тогда ему можно продавать все. В общем, я надеюсь, эти задания не останутся. Что меня никто не спешит. Ты можешь сразу попробовать. Я помню, в первой части были проблемы с вот этим. Ну, некоторые здания надо было по таймингу сделать. А не просто так. А может сохраниться как-то. Он намного быстрее тебя обходит. А я вряд ли смогу. Драться. Вот. Кстати, интересно, если бы я вкачал лук. У меня был бы лук. А, я точно, зачем я вообще сюда заходил? Хотел посмотреть. Лук и арбалет — это разные навыки? Нет. Хотя, может, тут. Ну, арбалет вообще штука интересная, более подходящая для рыцаря, как по мне, чем лук. Именно для рыцаря. Вот тут.
Blood. More blood. I have to admit, Trotsky is a truly majestic castle.
конечно, со стримом здесь делается тяжело.
Keep the peace, and we won't have any problems.
Greetings.
So I says to him, "No, father, I haven't been fornicating. I've just been loving my neighbour."
Hey! You alright there, laddie?
Oh, you should have seen him. He went as red as a cardinal's hat. Aye. Hey, servant, bring some wine.
Me? I'm not a servant.
Oh, I know. Old Samine is saving supplies for the wedding later. But you didn't need to bother your wee head about that.
Look, I'm not from here.
Oh. I didn't give a fuck what you fray. You speak our language, do you not?
Well, Yurko, seems to me this fella doesn't know how to behave toward his betters.
The old man's hired hands are lacking in manners. We'll soon fix that. Prepare to fight. Didn't expect that,
Stop fighting!
Stop beating him!
Fucking bastard! What are you doing?
Got my eye on you.
This is unbelievable!
Give that check fucker a pasting!
Peace and quiet and things will
Go for it, Go for it, you're his Filthy vermin! Fucking burst his gob!
To the stop with him!
Come on. Oh, you wee bastard!
The devil's name is fucking going on here?
What do you think's going on, Grandad? I'm teaching your people here how we do things.
Grandad?
Why, Grandad? An old captain like you probably still remember the flood.
True enough, Yurko. I am old. And I remember all sorts of things. Like you. When you were a little nipper running around here bare-arse, with a ribbon in your hair, screaming out how you was Princess Sophie. Poor lad, hadn't a moment's peace from his big sisters.
What about that wine?
Who in God's name are you?
Henry. The Takoff blacksmith sent me. Radovan.
Blacksmith, eh? Then you'll have some explaining to do. Come along and never mind that fool Yurko. Young Samin's getting married, so we has to put up with his kin from Moravia.
We'll be needing a dozen geese. And I must tell Vashek to get 3 pigs ready for slaughter. And the carters will have to be sent to Yetchin to get at least a peck of poppy seed for cakes. And gingerbread spices. Oh, and wine, too. It's almost all gone. What we bought only last week.
Enter!
Sorry to intrude, sir. This is Henry, blacksmith Radovan's hand.
Oh, excellent. Dorothy, leave us now. Just make sure that there's plenty of everything so long as it doesn't cost too much.
But, sir...
Not another word! Leave us! So Radovan sent you alone. Who's going to unload it all? It's a whole cartload.
Yeah, Radovan sent me, sir, but not with the goods. The thing is, he's missing his cart, along with the carter in his hands.
What? But they never came here. Are you telling me they got lost?
I couldn't tell you what happened to them, sir, but it's my job to find them.
There are all sorts of vermin roaming the countryside.
Oh, no
so...
need to imagine the worst right off, gnarly. Anyway, I need the load from that cart, so saddle up your old nag and we'll ride out, Captain. I could do with a breath of fresh air. I've had it up to the eyeballs with counting geese and pies.
What about Henry here, sir?
Well, what about him?
We could use an extra pair of hands. You know how my shoulder's acting up. Yurko is shit-faced, and your son...
The older has work to do. All right, take Henry with you if you want. Just so long as he doesn't slow us down.
Thank you, sir. So, lad, you going with us? I hope you're happy about it.
Yeah. I'll be glad to help you.
Oh, you reckon we can't manage on our own?
No. That's not how I meant it.
Take it easy, son. I'm only yanking your pizzle. By the way, the fellas at the gate say you came here on foot.
Yeah, I did.
Christ above! And how are you going to ride with us? On the back of my saddle? You're a bit big for that, ain't ya? And I'm a bit too old.
You've got a stud farm here, don't you? Couldn't I borrow one of your horses?
Aye. And then we'd never see hide nor hair of you, nor the animal again. We don't lend horses. But you're in luck. Our groom brought in a grey nag not long ago. Tell him you've got to ride out with us, and he'll give it to you for a decent price.
All right. Thanks.
Well, that should be that. Unless you've got any more questions.
Actually, there is something I'd like to ask about. This Yurko and his mates, who are they?
They're Lord Samin's kin. They're fine as long as they don't get too much booze inside them.
Only they're from Moravia, so they're never far from the booze.
But what can I tell you, lad? Each to himself. Besides, they stick with the family when push comes to shove. And you can't say that about everyone.
I'd like to go and see that wedding.
Wouldn't we all, lad? And what would you do there?
Well, I heard Lord von Berghoff will be at the wedding, and I need to speak with him.
Son, I don't know if you're serious or yanking my pizzle. Anyways, you're Radovan's hand, ain't ya? He'll be coming to the wedding. He's making a wedding gift for the groom. Stick with him, and maybe he'll take you with him.
And you, sir? What is it you do?
Well, son, I wonder if I haven't made a mistake about you. If you haven't figured me out by now, you can't be very bright.
No, I just meant, what exactly is it you do for Lord Semin? And your name isn't exactly very common.
I'm the captain here, and I'm sure I don't have to tell you what a captain does. As for my name, it's a nickname Lord Semin's grandpa gave me. May he rest in peace. When I joined his service as a young fella, I took my gnarly club with me. Wouldn't use anything else. I was used to it. And more than once helped me to, win an argument. I broke many a hard skull with it. And it's still in one piece. We've been together so long, we even share the same name.
You're lucky you didn't turn out to be Captain Knob.
Or Captain Headcracker. You're right.
We should probably get going.
My thoughts exactly. Off to the courtyard, then.
Good day.
Keep the peace, and we won't have any problems.
Greetings.
Greetings.
Good day.
Don't get ideas. I wasn't at my best. But I'm not gonna...
You've got quite an unusual accent. Where are you from?
Can't you tell? From Znojmo in Moravia.
Well, you don't like it here.
You see any vineyards and bonny lasses here? The locks are but more the other way.
Good day.
Greetings.
Move! Don't keep us standing here like fence posts.
Go grant you
Stop
good health.
loitering! Come on!
God bless you.
Can I ask you?
Sure.
I'll get going then. Can I ask?
Sure.
What about Lord Semine?
What are you asking me, son? We don't know.
Oh, I'm not asking you.
And would you believe me if I told you that he knows how to make some coin, but he ain't no miser?
Sounds almost too...
See? You wouldn't believe...
How about von Burgos?
Well, actually, I don't know that much about Sir. He ain't in Trotsky that often. Once a year, before Christmas, he invites his yeomen there.
That's all you know?
That's it.
I'll get going.
What are you gonna do,
Watch
son?
where you're going.
Don't cause any trouble, got it?
Henry, move.
I'm ready to set out.
Great. Now stick close. Then get it done. What are you gonna do?
I'm ready.
Great.
All right, Captain.
Where will we start searching, sir?
The Lord be with you.
Would you happen to have...
Well, but by the looks of you, you must be talking about... But all she's good for are sausages. That old bitch won't let anybody... I was already suspicious when that traveller... He said he found her running about near the Rock Tower Pond.
Grey, old, and someone found her by the rock. That's where we were ambushed. That's my horse. That's Pebbles.
What do you mean, I bought it fair and... I admit, it was only for a few groschen from some suspicion. But that horse... So it belongs...
Look, you know they attacked an entourage by that pond, right?
I heard about it.
And the one who sold it to you told you he...
Well?
So it's not entirely impossible she belonged to me.
Maybe not impossible, but I paid for her.
Aye, but just a few groschen. Wouldn't you rather be in the good graces of someone who might...
Maybe so. All right, I'll give her to you. But you owe me one. Go and get her then. If she remembers you, she might even come when you whistle for her. We're gonna miss that one.
Can I ask?
Sure.
What about?
What?
Oh,
And would study now.
Sam.
See?
How?
Well, he ain't.
That's all.
That's.
I'll get going.
Careful.
Don't get idea.
You got.
Can't you?
Oh, you know.
You see more the...
Без красивой. Этот одежда. Ярмилка. А это желтый.
The Lord be with you. What?
Would you happen to have a cheap horse for sale?
Well, I sell quite a few horses here, but by the looks of you, you must be talking about that grey nag, eh? But all she's good for are sausages. That old bitch won't let anybody touch her. I was already suspicious when that traveller sold her to me. He said he found her running about near the Rock Tower Pond.
Grey, old, and someone found her by the Rock Tower Pond. That's where we were ambushed. That's my horse. That's Pebbles.
What do you mean, yours? I bought it fair and square. I admit, it was only for a few groschen from some suspicious lad who found it down by the Rock Tower Pond, but that horse is not branded, so it belongs to me now.
Look, you know they attacked an entourage by that pond, right?
I heard about it. That news spread through the land like wildfire.
And the one who sold it to you told you he found it by the pond, right?
Well, he did, aye.
So it's not entirely impossible she belonged to me.
Maybe not impossible, but I paid for her.
Aye, but just a few groschen. You said so yourself. Wouldn't you rather be in the good graces of someone who might have been part of that expedition?
Maybe so. All right, I'll give her to you. But you owe me one. Go and get her then. If she remembers you, she might even come when you whistle for her. Don't forget to get some proper tack as well. What is it? Are you whistling just for fun?
I'd like my horse bathed, brushed, and its hooves and...
I'll get right to it, but it will take a coin up front.
Нифига себе,
changed my
теперь
mind.
еще и коня надо
God be with
чистить.
you.
Почему я
Greetings.
загрузился, сохранился? Потому что они уже уехали без меня. Ладно, я понял. Достали. Не хочу, вот оно какое сразу такое. Какая-то четкость. Интересно, что будет, если вот так вот? О, нет, так еще хуже. А если вообще убрать? О, так, кстати. Так, кстати, неплохо. Что немного. Вот это что половина, это такое все. Что поделать?
What's up, young?
I'm ready to set out, Captain.
Great. Now stick close to us, lad, and don't go wandering off.
All right, Captain.
All right.
Where will we start searching?
О, поднять надо бы теперь можно. Это прикольно. Отдельные сумки это...
If they drove out of Tarkov and headed towards us, they had to pass through Troskovitz.
Right, sir. You keep up with us, son. Troskovitz ain't far, but it seems there's fellas vanishing on the way.
Very good,
Captain.
What do you
нажал и все.
think about it, Captain?
I know you told me not to jump to any conclusions, sir, but I can't help myself. Someone's running rampant around here, sir.
I know who's running rampant. Yurko in the cellar. We're out of wine again. I knew this wedding wouldn't be cheap, but I'm bleeding like a stuck pig. And the bailiff, the bride's father, you'd get more blood out of a stone than coin out of him. And then he behaves like I shit golden eggs just because I'm a noble. Even though he's got more coin than me.
Such are the times, sir. But that Yurko, he's going too far.
You know how those Moravians are. It's in his blood.
Aye, I noticed. But they're getting too much to handle. Him and his cronies. They started on young Henry, soon as he set foot on the courtyard.
What? Is that true, Henry?
It was nothing. Just a bit of a friendly brawl. They clearly had a skinful. I can understand it.
Well, I've sure as hell got no understanding for it. I hope they didn't hurt you.
Young Henry here gave Yurko a nice hammering.
Oh, that's no surprise. The fella can hardly stand upright most of the time.
You'd have to get up early to catch them sober. But they wasn't that drunk as to give Henry an easy fight.
Look here, lad. If you're such a champion, I'm sure you'd accept the challenge of an old man like myself.
It would be an honor, sir.
Excellent. Not afraid, eh? That's what I like to see. There's an abandoned pen along the path a bit. We'll stop off
Нифига.
there and see what you're made
Бля,
of.
крутые
Right,
мужики.
sir.
Особенно
If
вот
you'll
этот.
excuse me,
Да,
I'll
оба.
explain some things to the youngster here first. Wouldn't want no accidents happening.
Говорит, блин, какой крутой. Про меня. В общем, в первой части у меня вот, видите, даже седла нет. В общем, в первой части у меня была самая крутая вот эта сидельная сумка, и она вмещала аж 200 там с чем-то килограмм. И просто все перевозить. У меня, кстати, вот эту своего коня, вроде штивка у меня и был, да, то я его тогда типа продал или что, уже в своей деревне. То есть я всю игру играл пока не построил деревню и там купил Скудуфакса.
So, we're here.
Это из «Властелин колец».
Gnarly, tell the youngster
Конь
here what's what.
этого Гендальфа. Тихо, тихо. А как мне? А, вот. Уже забыл все. Конечно, у меня нет армора, как у них. Поэтому придется вообще не пропускать.
All right, son. You're going to fight Lord Sameen. It'll be an honorable fight, so you better act accordingly. Hold on a mo. I'll give you some gear for it.
О,
What weapon will you give me?
What would you like?
двуручно. Первого сильнее меча. Типа нож.
Sword?
Don't get ahead of yourself, laddie. A sword belongs in noble hands. You can have my cudgel. It might be just a stick, but it's my stick, so careful with it.
Thank you, Captain.
Save the thanks, and get your arse into the pen.
So, young'un, are you ready?
All right, let's do it.
Take that. Wanker.
Tell you something.
Bandage, quick.
Come here, son.
Well, that's enough.
What do you say, son?
You really gave me the runaround.
I'm no spring chicken, but I'm as spry as ever.
God's truth, sir. You didn't disgrace yourself, but I can see the young un has spirit. Anyways, you can keep that old junk, Henry. Even my cudgel. But take care of the old fella. He might be just a piece of wood, but he saved my arse more than once.
I will, Captain.
And since you won, I've got something else for you as well. My shield.
Isn't that a bit too much, Gnarly?
Sir, my left shoulder's fucked anyway. I can't carry no shield.
True enough.
Thank you.
Но все равно как-то он нам дофига дал. Спасибо, конечно. Щит коряги. Мне показалось щит корги. Там было написано. Может, ее можно как-то улучшить, типа, до 3-го. Но это было жестко. А вообще добрячок. Ё-моё, алкаш.
Good.
О, как в РДР 2.
I needed that. It's good to stretch the limbs every now and again. And you're pretty handy, youngster. You should come to the courtyard, and Gnarly here will give you a good education in the art of the sword.
I call it the art of not getting skewered as soon as you step foot outside the village. But do come, Henry. We've got a nice arena in Sameen. It ain't no abandoned pig pen.
You can't always choose your battleground, Gnarly. Whether it's a pig pen or an arena in Karlstein, it's the performance that counts. And while we're on the subject, where are you from, lad? It's clear you're not from Trotsky.
I'm from Silver Scallops, sir.
Aha! Now I understand why you're here. You're not the first one to flee here from the war.
I don't flee from a fight, sir. I have work here, and a lot of scores to settle.
You want to get revenge for what happened back home? That usually doesn't end well. You'd be better advised to find yourself a well-built girl, build a cottage, and visit the church and the tavern in turn. There's no helping the dead anyway.
That's nice advice, sir. Only women will tie you down, lad. Better to go and see a bit of the world. You're doing the right thing.
Еще один алкаш идет. Что-то тут, походу, в этом городе.
So, we're in Troskowitz. What now, sir? Should I go to the bailiff and ask if he might have seen someone?
Well, that makes sense. But the young fella here should do it. If the bailiff sees you, he'll guess I'm in the village and come and bother me. And I'm really not in the mood today for any bombardment of complaints.
I understand, sir. All right, Henry. Run along to the rat house and inquire about that wagon.
And Henry, not a word about me. Are we clear?
As you wish, sir. Master Bailiff, can I ask you about something?
Ask away, by all means. Wait now, aren't you that lad who's helping Radovan in the forge?
Yeah, that's me.
I heard his hired hands went missing.
Yeah, that's exactly why I'm here.
Ah, I was thinking they were driving awful fast with that cart.
You saw them?
I did, a few days back. They raced through the village in the early evening so fast, they were dropping sacks of charcoal.
Where were they headed?
Towards the east, to Apollonia on the road to Yichin. And you're looking for them?
I am indeed.
I'm glad to hear it. I heard there were goods for Semine on that cart, and I can do without that kind of trouble now, on account of the wedding, you know?
It seems you have a lot of concerns with that wedding, Master Bailiff.
Of course I do. I'm the father of the bride, after all. Although not everyone sees eye to eye with me. Lord Semine would be happier if I paid all the bills and left all the decisions up to him. Who's invited, what there'll be to eat and drink, entertainment, everything. It's not like I have a burning desire to deal with it, but if I'm going to pay for it...
I understand. But isn't it just that the groom's family is more concerned about these things?
That's not it. I'll tell you what it is. It's because Lord Semine is a noble and I'm just a commoner. Only I've got coin. While he's trying to keep the wolf from the door in that piddling estate of his.
You're right, Master Bailiff. Don't worry, though. People will find out you spared no expense for your daughter's wedding.
Let's hope. More like that old miser will go around saying the opposite and put me to shame.
I don't think Lord Semine would do that. Do you know anything about Radovan's hired hands?
Only what I've told you. But to tell you the truth, I wouldn't mind if they never turned up again.
Why's that?
Well, they might look like butter wouldn't melt in their mouths, and Radovan praises them, but I know people. That pair have mischief in their eyes. I can tell.
That'll be all. Thanks.
Careful!
Down.
Well then, young man, how did it go?
I didn't say a word about you, sir.
There's a good lad. And what about the cart?
They were spotted here, sir. Going to the east, towards Apollonia.
So to Yitchin? The bastards! And what about my goods?
Oh, they were driving so fast, it was falling off the cart.
The thieving scum. Let's hurry. To Yitchin.
Sir, I could send a message to the Itchin captain of the guard.
Oh, it'll take too long. We'll go and get them ourselves.
Won't you be missing preparations for the wedding at home, sir?
I will. Praise the Lord Jesus Christ. If I have to choose between riding to Yitchin and listening to Dorothy's endless fussing, I'll take Yitchin any time. Besides, there's a nice inn along the way, the Three Cats. We can spend the night there.
I remember that place, but I'm not sure, sir, if they'll let the two of us set foot inside the door.
Oh, gnarly, that was 15 summers ago. God knows if the place is even still standing.
True. Still, we'd better keep our eyes peeled. They might not have gone to Yitchin. They could have turned off somewhere. Or something could have happened. They might have been ambushed, maybe.
Will you give over with that? I'll bet my braves they weren't ambushed. More likely we'll find them boozing at the Three Cats.
That'd surely be the best outcome, if that old dive is still standing. Let's go, then. So, St. Anthony, which way now?
While you're praying to the patron saint of lost things, go and have a look along the road, Gnarly. And you, Henry, have a look to the left.
All right, sir. But don't forget, my eyesight ain't what it used to be.
Well, that's what we have the youngster for, isn't it? Off you go.
A sack of charcoal? That could have fallen off the cart.
You found anything, lad?
There's a sack of charcoal lying in the ditch to the left of the road. The bailiff said they were driving like the devil, so maybe it fell from the cart.
Oh, that makes sense. To the left it is, then. Gnarly! Back here!
We're getting close. I can feel it in my bones, sir. You'll have the car back in no time.
I just hope we find the horses, too. Yarmilka here ain't the youngest, and I wouldn't want to drag it back home myself.
Nobleman in harness. We ain't ever had such a spectacle in these parts.
You might get to see it soon enough. The lords in this country have all gone to the dogs. Every lowborn with a bit of coin builds a house in Kuttenberg, while we live in squalor. Why do you reckon that is, lad?
That's the change in the economical situation, sir. The burghers have more rights, and they make smart use of them. They put their coin to work for them. They've got shops, baths, inns, mills, while the nobles sit waiting until Jack from Backwater Hamlet brings them 3 groschen in taxes on St. Gallus's Day.
You're right there. Only Jack hasn't even got 3 groschen these days. None of this would be happening if we had a king. And I mean a real one, not Wenceslas or Sigismund. Oh, anywhere that's not ruled by a strong hand, all sorts of things go wrong.
Especially when you've got Moravian relatives eating you out of house and home.
Oh, hold up. This is strange. I don't see any cart tracks. What do you reckon, Gnarly?
I'm blind as a mole, sir. But it's all peculiar right now. Where the hell could that cart have vanished to?
Well, that's just it. They had nowhere to turn off.
I'll look up the road a bit. And you, Henry, have a look back along the road. Maybe it fell in a ditch somewhere. Who knows?
Very well, sir.
Whoa, whoa.
The blacksmith's cart. And someone went to a hell of a lot of trouble to hide it from the road. Hey! I found the blacksmith's cart! Come here!
Well, now, here we have it. The blacksmith's cart.
And someone went to a lot of trouble to hide it from the road.
Of course, the goods are gone. The bastards hauled it off to the rocks. That's clear. Well, we can't let them get away with it. We'll carry on, but on foot. My old Yarmilka would only break a leg there. And keep a sharp lookout. Something stinks here.
I told you, they got ambushed by them bastards that's on the rampage around here, sir.
Oh, be quiet. We still can't be sure of anything.
Apollonia. I spent a lot of time running around here as a young lad.
Oh, not me. This place always gave me the shivers.
God's truth, I ain't got only good memories of it. One time, got my legs stuck in a crevice a bit further on. Trapped there all night I was, shitting myself with fear. It wasn't till morning that the folk from the fortress found me. The whole of Sameen was out looking for me.
See, at least you came here as a kid. It still gives me the creeps here.
Why is that, sir? It's just some rocks, ain't it?
You'd sing a different tune if you'd had the rope maker's wife as a nanny when you were little. Now, she had some tales about this place. Headless horsemen, goblins, and white ladies. Every night, we'd gather by the hearth. The old woman would sit at her spinning wheel telling stories. I'll tell you, Captain, there isn't much I'm afraid of. But when that blind old crone was croaking her tales of devils and holes to hell, with the fire crackling and the wind whistling outside the windows, and the whirring of the spinning wheel... Oh. Wait a moment. Do you hear that?
I do. There's somebody there, sure enough.
Let's get closer.
Have you forgotten I was ordained, you ignoramus? For fuck's sake, you was never ordained hunter.
I was. Stumbled in the forest chapel by Bodira.
Right.
What do we do now? I heard more than two voices.
I used to clamber around here as a young lad. The girls from Slatigo used to come make a fire here and jump over it. And so's their underwear wouldn't catch fire. Sometimes they'd take it off.
That's nice, Gnarly, but I don't think it's scantily clad maidens we'll be running into here. So what's that got to do with anything?
Well, there's a nice view into the gorge from up there. We only have to go back a bit, and we can get up there nicely.
Right. Henry, what are you waiting for? This is just the kind of thing we took you along for.
Sure, sir. With a bit of luck, there might be some girls there, too.
I could do without girls with voices like that. Now get going.
Poor old wench. He's got a miserable pair of tits on him. You don't say. You really
Those
saw
definitely
that?
aren't the blacksmith's hands.
I'm not kidding. Honza, tell him I'm not having him on. You saw it too.
True. He ain't yanking your pizzle. I saw it with my own two eyes. She had one different than the other.
All right. But that ain't normal. Everyone must be laughing at the way. Why?
So how's it look, Sonny? How many?
I saw 3. And they don't look like Radovan's hands.
And what about my goods?
I didn't see them. It looked more like a patrol. I reckon there might be more of them hereabouts.
Seems we can't avoid a fight. I hope you're ready, Henry.
Sure am, sir.
I wouldn't worry about Henry, sir. He showed us mettle and training. So, how are we gonna do it? Do you just want to charge them, sir?
What else do you suggest?
Someone could go back up top and try to take one of them down with an arrow before we charge them. There's a good view of the camp from up there.
Good idea. Borrow my crossbow. My shoulder's giving me jip anyway.
All right, sir.
Climb up top, and as soon as you shoot the first time, we'll charge them. And make sure you don't hit one of us.
Right you are, Captain.
Supposedly educated claptrap. Supposedly. Have you forgotten? I was ordained, you ignoramus. You was never ordained hunter.
I was. Stumbled in it. In the forest chapel by Bodira.
Like fuck he ordained you. Just 'cause old Stumble poured some pond water on your head. The woods don't mean a damn thing.
I'll get you.
You should have fucking stuck.
You don't say. You really thought...
I'm not kidding. Honza, tell him I'm not having him on. You saw it too.
True. He ain't yanking your pizzle. I saw it with my own 2 eyes. She had one different than the other.
All right. But that ain't normal. Everyone must be loved.
Ничего, они на меня сразу нападают.
You don't say.
Точнее, эти, как я помню, сразу нападают. Чё, в первую очередь.
I'm not kidding. Honza, tell him I'm not having him on. You saw it too.
True. He ain't yanking your pizzle. I saw it with my own 2 eyes. She had one different than the other.
All right. But that ain't normal. Everyone must be loved. You don't say. You really saw that?
I'm not kidding. Honza, tell him I'm not having him on. You saw it too.
True. He ain't yanking your pizzle. I saw it with my own 2 eyes.
Когда вот
Had one
этого
different than the other.
без брони убить.
All right. But that ain't normal.
Вообще реально убить? Да они сказали, типа, одного с арбалета убьют.
You really
Надо
saw
прям
that?
было.
I'm not kidding. Honza, tell him I'm not having him on. You saw it too.
True. He ain't yanking your pizzle. I saw it with my own 2 eyes. She had one different than the other.
All right. But that ain't normal. Everyone must be laughing at the wench.
Why? Some people might.
I'll show you.
I'll hack your ass off!
Show your stuff.
That's the last one!
Go at him from the right.
Get away with that, bastard!
Nice strike.
That hit home! Ain't had enough yet! Bandage, quick! Whew. I hope that's enough.
Так, лутать.
What's the hold up, damn it? Hey, Henry, get over here. Hey, Henry, get over here.
Да, подожди.
Hey, Henry, get over here. What's the hold up, damn it? Stop dawdling. Stop dawdling.
О, рыцарский щит.
Stop dawdling. Stop dawdling.
Oh, this day took it out of me, and no mistake.
And it ain't over yet, sir. Your goods ain't here. And none of them bastards look like the blacksmith's hands. Am I right, Henry?
Hard to say. I've never actually seen them. But I don't think it was them.
Me neither. But right past that peak is another good camping spot.
You think this was a patrol?
It makes sense. But I don't want to go assuming the worst. We might have just run into them bandits by chance.
Yeah, well, you were right, as always. Let's go, then. Are you ready, Henry?
I am. Let's go.
Hold on, lad. Give me back my crossbow. You weren't thinking of keeping it, were you?
Of course. It did a good job.
I should bloody think so.
I thought we had everything clear, Venser. You tried to fuck with me, so until we ride out, you're gonna stick right there and keep your mouth shut.
We did everything you asked. We got the blacksmith cart and the goods.
Horse shit. You tried to fuck me. That bastard cousin of yours owned up to it.
It was his idea. I wanted nothing to do with it.
Make no difference to me, Venser. You vouched for the crooked fucker. So now, it's on you. Actually, you could consider yourself lucky. If you hadn't saved my ass that time in Colleen, I'd have goat ear skin you alive.
Bastards. You can't trust anyone in these parts. Get ready, Gnarly. We are going to parley.
Like that time with the Shani, sir?
Yes, exactly.
Only there was more of us that time, and less of them.
Oh, don't worry, there won't be a problem. They're just common thieves. Besides, I'll take young Henry with me.
What, me?
And if they're still feeling brave, you get to try out that new plaything of yours. Ahem, gentlemen, I'm obliged to you for looking after my goods, but I'll take them back now. Just hand them over and I'll let you go.
Oh, you must be from Samin, sir. Well, of course you can have everything back. As long as you ask nicely, eh? Well, how about we do things differently? You lay down your weapons, and we can all have a nice little chat. I mean, I don't intend to go murdering local lords. I just want your coin.
That's very noble of you, sir.
What are you gaping at? At them!
Блин, а вот этот в шлеме, с шлемом разбойника, это случайно не тот, кто на нас напал в начале игры?
Hammer them, men!
Yeah, don't spare him. We'll finish this quickly. What?
Oh, beat you to a
He's done.
Be with him.
Slice him up.
He's at it. No chance to lose.
Yeah,
Come on, then! At them! Now you're finished! There's more of them! I'll be done with you in a flash.
Yeah, don't spare him.
Didn't see that coming, eh? They got what they deserved, the fuckers. Henry! Hey, Henry! Are you listening? Come here!
What now?
One of them bastards fled into the rocks. Chase him down and bring him back.
I'll go and track him then.
Great. Hurry.
That's why I do what I do.
So, tell me why I shouldn't hang you from the nearest tree, huh?
Думал, мы у того шмотки соберем.
Fucking hell. Stupid branch. I've got you now, Venser. You've nowhere to run to. Yield.
Well, why the fuck would I? It's just you against me. Besides, if I do yield, it's the rope for me anyway.
Who knows what they'll do to you? You might just get a whipping.
For robbing Semine, that old miser. He'll have me strung up from the nearest tree. I'd be better off jumping off the cliff.
If I were in your shoes, I think I'd go for the rope. Falling to your death can be real nasty.
How would you know? Have you tried it? Although, to come up with something that stupid, you must have fallen on your head.
Well, come what may. Anything can happen. Maybe you'll get out of it somehow.
Sure, I'll get out of it. Bollocks. And I don't have to be the one who falls off the cliff. So no, I'm not going with you.
Can't you think of any other way out of this?
Well, you could let me go.
Why would I?
Maybe for coin.
Походу, ошибка
Now
перевода.
keep your damn coin. One-on-one, yeah. But it must be clear to you that you're no match for me. Even if the noose is waiting for you, it's still a more pleasant death than getting your head smashed in with a rock. And believe me, I'll do it if there's no other way.
Fuck. All right, I'll come with you. But you'll put a word in for me.
I might. As long as you don't try anything.
Promise me.
I won't promise you anything. Now come on. I've got a prisoner for you, sir.
Excellent. It all worked out quite well in the end. Gnarly will take care of this scum.
What about Gules?
He caught a few good hits, but he's alive. We'll take him with us. I need to have a strong word with him. You did a good job, youngster. You've got heart. And so you don't say I had you clambering over these rocks for nothing. Here's something for you.
Thank you, sir.
Don't thank me, you deserved it. And now, let's get that accursed cart back to Semine. Want to ride? We'll go via Troskovitz. We can drop you off there, and you won't have far to Tarkov. You ought to report back to Radovan as soon as possible about what happened with these hands.
What's gonna happen with that pair?
You mean Radovan's hands? We'll see. The one that ran for it, it's clear with him. The other fellow was tied up, so who knows what went down. Maybe he was innocent. Gnarly'll have a word with him, and we'll see what he tells us.
А смысл мне за него заступаться? Типа квесты, они, похоже, называются. знаю.
Sir, Venser surrendered because I promised to put in a good word for him.
Well, it's nice that you promised him. But I'm the one who'll decide on the fate of that scum. And it's quite clear to me.
All right.
Все окей.
Could you wait a while? I'd better just check that I haven't lost anything while running around here.
All right, but make it quick. I was happy to get out of Samine for a while, but now I'm looking forward to being back at my own fireside.
Тут лут явно есть. Именно жалко, вот этого нельзя залутать. Бронированного. Нет, другой. Вот этот. Броню снял. Ого. Это ключ был от сундука. Урочно.
I ain't done nothing, I swear. It was Venser.
Is that offer of a ride still open?
Sure, if you want.
A ride would be great. My legs are sore.
Wait until you're my age. Well, let's get going.
I didn't do nothing wrong, I swear. It's all Vence's fault. It was him who said we'll sell the car to Gills.
It weren't like that at all. We shook on it. But on the way, you had the idea we'd keep it.
What? That ain't true.
Leave it out, you two. One way or another, you wanted to fuck me over. Doesn't matter whose idea it was.
So, you wanted to steal the cart for yourselves, but you still got caught?
I didn't want to steal anything. That was Vencer.
It was your idea. What the fuck are you talking about, blaming Benson?
You really are prize idiots. If you hadn't gone round the rocks, you could easily have got away. But I've got a big heart, so I sent the lads to give you a hand.
I told Francie it wasn't a good idea to nick it.
Bollocks. As soon as you saw the lads, you gave the horses the whip. You were holding the reins, Vencer.
You see?
While you were shouting rude insults. So you're both in it up to your necks, as far as I'm concerned.
Where are you taking us?
To Sameen, where his lordship will hear you out and decide what to do with you.
I hope you realise you can't just execute me.
It depends. By right, I should send a plea to some court to decide if we can behead you. But in these shitty times, nobody will give a toss. Parchment's dear, and ink ain't free either. So as far as I'm concerned, I'd happily risk it and knock your head off without permission.
I see how the law is respected here.
Ha! Are you yanking my bizzle? You're a fine one to talk about law.
And what will happen to us?
If Lord Seming's in a good mood, he'll try to find out whose idea it was.
It definitely wasn't mine.
You're such a rat, Francie.
On the other hand, when I hear you lot going on, I reckon he might not give a damn.
I'm innocent. I swear on my soul.
Is that supposed to soften my heart? Ha! Every man she could, I dragged to the gallows, swore on his mother. Nobody with any decency would risk his mother's immortal soul, even if he was as pure as a driven snow. But this bastard doesn't think twice about his soul. You should be ashamed of yourself.
The captain's right. Only the lowest of the low swears on his mother.
That's right.
Это
You
правда.
always were a piece of shit, Francie. No scruples.
Well, ain't it grand to have you here to explain everything? Now shut your gobs, the three of you. Don't want you poisoning the air with the shit you spout. Right. We're in Troskowitz. This is where you get off, Henry.
Thanks a lot, Captain.
Don't forget to go and tell Radovan what happened, so he can stop worrying.
Will do.
And drop by Sameen sometime. You may be wet behind the ears still, but you're a laugh to have around.
Thanks. You're not bad yourself, for an old fart.
You're not too old to get spanked, lad.
I'd like to apologise for that brawl. Lord Capon is a bit hot-headed.
That Capon of yours is a puffed-up fool more to the... And you fought like a lion and all. We outnumbered you, but we still had our work cut out.
What could I do? I had to defend my lord.
What? He really is a noble, is he? Well, stone me. I hope he doesn't hold a grudge. In any case, as far as the two of us are concerned, it's all water under the bridge, right?
Right.
You can see I'm not some idiot, can't you? I just don't like haughty fuckers. And you aren't one, are you?
I hope not.
I'm sure you aren't. You're a good lad. I can tell. And a good brawler as well. If you ever want a proper workout and some fisticuffs, Lawrence the Zhelyov innkeeper is your man. Farewell.
Так, а где тут? Мне ж вообще туда, в Тахов. Можно что-то кому-то продать? Торговец тут. Думаю, вот это носить, длинный комбинезон, получше выглядит, и штаны какие-то. Со временем качество может снизиться навсегда.
God bless.
Welcome. You can buy everything you... A few days ago, when I was returning with new goods, I salvaged some things, but...
Were there any valuables in there?
You bet. Lord Simeon ordered all sand for Taylor Bartishak. I was carrying expensive fabric. If you only knew how much...
And where did the wagon...
On the roads near the Katchak Pond, beyond Jelioff. You can still find... I can't tell you how much it still pisses me off. But what can...
Well, what can you do?
Nothing. What would you like?
I wanted to ask you, what's on... I'm not from here, and I'd like to get my bearings.
Ja, natürlich, you're not from here. Everyone around here knows. Aber das ist deine Sache. That is your business, lad. Also, what do you want to know?
Where can I find a church round here? I'm surprised you don't even have a...
If you want. Die Rettung deiner Seele, junger Mann. You have to go through the forest. Herr von Berger does have a chapel in his castle, but it's not for We do not go there either. Und warum auch? The gravedigger Ignatius takes care of burials outside the village, and weddings usually take place without a local priest. No one wants to pay the church more than they have to. Das ist ja wohl klar.
Наверное, в этой части мы будем еще немецкий учить.
Can I find other merchants around here?
Zum Glück nicht, junger Mann. I'm the only merchant here around Trusky. Oh, natürlich. There are plenty of... There is Bartosz, the tailor. He lives... The apothecary, Emmerich, lives across from me.
What do you mean by that?
Nichts weiter. Just that they play at being along with the scribe Geibel. They are always studying some Latin track. But of the three, perhaps only Geibel knows Latin.
Is there anyone...
Oh, yeah. Beyond the tailor's house on the edge of the village is where Bashka, the butcher, lives. Up the rest of the villagers are just peasants.
Where do you go for where?
The closest is Sobotka, the biggest Gichin, which half of that one belongs to her.
Is it far?
Das kommt darauf an. Wenn du was brauchst, the goods I have here, I do not think you will get to the...
Is there anything I should avoid around here?
Certainly. Stirring up trouble here in the village. We don't care much for outsiders.
I understand that, but we were ambushed by bandits.
Ach so, ich verstehe. The woods, that is all because of the war.
So you've already heard about these?
About those ones in particular, or about every time I go to the town, the bailiff must...
So the roads aren't...
Ja, das kann man wohl sagen. Herr von Bergo. But Herr Otto spends more time in Prague than here.
I'll have a look at the wares.
Das war ein gutes Geschäft. Auf Wiedersehen. Was möchtest du?
I'll have a look.
Wie schade.
I'll have a look. I'd like to do something about...
Gut.
Are we gonna have brawl again tonight?
Why? You'll convince me with that price? Du wirst sicher zufrieden sein. Bis bald.
А, это вот те, с кем я дрался тогда.
Whatever we see fit with him.
Like,
Is there a problem here?
oh, good fellow, you're heaven sent. Help me. They want to kick the shit out of me.
А, теперь вообще
Listen,
по-другому.
you better stay out of this. This doesn't concern you, so be on your way.
You saw nothing, heard nothing. Now off with you.
Когда было, что там 3 работника, одного не разбудили, и из работы там дали какую-то вкусную еду или что, какие-то конфеты или что. И тот жаловался на них, что они его специально не разбудили и все такое, а те насмехались.
What did he do? Did he steal something?
Worse again, he cheated at dice.
That's not true.
Don't lie, you fuck!
Leave him alone, or I'll call the guards.
What did you say?
The guards? Fuck no.
Grab him. If he snitches on us, we're all fucked.
I'll show you.
Чё, все трое против меня?
Do it.
Заступился, бля. Пошел ты нахрен.
Wanker.
Show your stuff.
They're no match for us, fucker.
На кулаках. Это вообще. Здесь стражи.
I'll beat you to a bloody...
Да, у меня была сохранка. То же самое, да. Fucking shit. Вливаем. Да я сейчас... Все. Пошли вон отсюда. Окей. На палка.
Excuse me.
Excuse. Not excused. Хреново.
How terrible. Good to see you.
So, job done. The cart was found and driven to Lord Semin's courtyard.
Whew. That's a relief. And what happened to that pair of idiots?
It turned out they tried to rob you.
Oh. They did they?
Aye. They plotted with some robber baron called Gules and brought the cart to him.
The bastards. I should have realized they were a bit too keen on work. And how did you get the cart back?
Well, I went to Semin, and they were wondering there too where the wagon got to. So we rode out to look for it. Me, Lord Semin, and his captain, Gnarly.
Well, God's nails. And the 3 of you tracked them down. The whole band.
That's right. They were hiding in Apollonia, along with the cart and the goods.
Indeed. Where else? The bastards. And what about my hands?
I'm not sure. Lord Semin took them and Gules to his courtyard. We'll see how he deals with them.
I'd know what to do with them.
Don't worry. I don't think Lord Semin will let them off lightly.
Anyway, the main thing is the cart turned up. I'd be in a right mess if it didn't.
No doubt.
And you've earned a reward for your trouble. I've got just the thing for you. Some mercenary once had his cuirass repaired here. but never came back for it. Who knows what happened to him? So now it's yours. It's been through a bit, but it'll still serve for a while.
Thanks. It'll come in handy. And have you got another job for me?
Young Lord Semin's wedding is coming up, and it's got my head spinning. Look, you must have seen Agnes, the bailiff's daughter, when you were in Truscovitz. What do you think of her?
Well, young Semin is marrying her, isn't he? Why would I have my eye on her?
Don't pretend. A statue of a saint would have his eye on her. Looks ain't everything, though. She's got such a sharp tongue on her. I almost feel sorry for young Semin. And how about you, lad? Have you got some lass waiting in Sasau?
Что за говно? Да нет. Нет, нет. Ладно, хочу посмотреть. Короче, никто меня не ждет. Я ж тогда...
No, Master Blacksmith. There's no one waiting to drag me to the altar in irons.
Good for you, lad. Have your fun while you can. No need to hurry. A wedding's a serious business. You're not just getting a bride, but a whole family. So you have to show them you're a man who's worth it. All the more so when you're noble born. Old Semin wants a special sword forged for his son's wedding present.
Excellent. So what are we waiting for? Should we get to work?
Hold your horses. It can't be any old steel. This has to be a first-class job.
A blade of first-class steel?
That's right. And that's just the problem.
Ah, I see. We don't have any welded steel for that kind of sword, do we?
God's nails. You really know your stuff, youngster. And you're right. We don't have the steel for a strong sword that won't break.
I'd like to know where you're going to get your hands on some welded steel.
Relax, lad. I've got it all figured out, as it happens. There's this old hermit called Ambrose, living in Apollonia.
And he can pray for us?
God's nails, let me finish talking. The word is, he was fighting heathens years ago in faraway Andalusia, and folks say they saw this interesting broken sword in his hut. From the description, it seems our peculiar hermit has a real Toledo blade.
Welded Spanish steel? There's nothing better for a sword.
See now? You do understand. But there's a catch.
Naturally.
They say that Ambrose the Hermit has changed a lot recently. People from far and wide used to go to him for remedies and blessings. But now he won't see no one. I even heard he made a pact with the devil. And there have been other strange goings-on.
What strange goings-on?
I heard something in the tavern about some apparition. But that's all I know.
With the devil? Why would the hermit make a pact with the devil?
No idea. It might just be old wives' tales.
Where can I find the hermit?
Do I look like someone who goes to a hermit for advice? I know he has a hut somewhere in Apollonia. But you'll have to ask the Truscovitz womenfolk if you want to know more.
Right. I'll try to find out more about the hermit's sword. But in return, you'll get me invited to Semin's wedding.
If it means so much to you, why not? Go and see Betty from the Troskovitz Tavern. She knows all the gossip. She'll definitely tell you more about the hermit. But Henry, if there's any truth in that pact with the devil, don't get caught up in it. The best sword in the world isn't worth eternal damnation.
Ты делал сишное оружие. Нифига себе, арбалет Артемиды. Еще 300. Так, ну я хотел... Да, вещи всякие положить. Интересно, а как выглядит вот это? Нифига, курточка прикольная. Да. Понял. Тут уж доски рвалять. Ладно, пока не буду в этих вещах, потому что как-то прикольно получается. Вообще пока что сейчас такой бомж. Ну вот этот плащ не будет. Надо спать.
God bless. I apologize.
Good day.
Спасибо. Так, ну же пока интересно, вроде вообще ничего не могу. Тор. Надо какая-то сталь. Кстати, я делал вот этот пояс. Во время боя даже можно. Хотя там было написано вроде как полубоя. Ну, блин, что, не знаю, ходить пока или нет. Хотя вот этот меч выглядит как двуручный, он такой... Не знаю, что написано короткий. А, ловкость 8. Такого нет еще. Да, Бернард. Легенда. Что это? Успехи как бы улучшаться? Ну вот тут, видимо, нет выбора. Герой или бюргер. Можно, видимо, и то, и то. А вот нельзя соппортунист. А тут не написано. Потому что она не открыта. Я вот это беру тоже лучше, но... Так. Может, вот этот сайд-квест? Или что это? Тут задание еще тоже какое-то.
Are you going to do what we talked about?
Aye, of course.
What's new around?
I heard you got into some trouble at the Truskowitz Tavern. And poor Betty. You should go and see her, and that's about...
That sounds interesting. What's new around?
Weiter.
Good day.
Ugh, what awful weather.
Что за бета? Может, не просто на карте кто-то открыл. Ой, какие-то.
Good day to you.
What's new around?
I don't know about... It's all been quiet.
There's a couple more things I'd like...
Ask her what?
Thanks.
Непонятно. Ну ладно. Мне вот интересно, а можно ли выполнить вот эти вот задания мельника? Ладно, ну попробуй вот это спросить, что он вообще хочет. Я же сохранился, в принципе. Давай, мужик.
Take care for now.
You're having problems with the Zheliovites?
Not just me, my friend. They're the biggest bastard. The winter before last, they piled snow in front of everyone's doors at night. And last year, they broke into my cellar and pissed it.
Gracious.
Not yet, no. But since I'd pay you well.
What exactly would you like me to do?
Don't worry. I won't make you do any shoveling or pissing it. I'd hate to reveal my plan, only for you to go off and tell the Gelieva.
All right. I'll help you.
Listen up then. Old Olbram, the owner of the biggest plot of land in Geliov, obviously, he's very proud of. Now you, will give his beautiful snow-white bull a nice new coat of paint. Olbram is going to lose his mind. Simple, right?
Painting a bull, eh? That sounds like fun.
Right. We just have to work out a few details. First, we have to get some paint. I don't reckon we'll be able to get any here in the village, but you can try and ask. And after that, we'll have to make sure the bull... Try asking Radovan, the local blacksmith. I hear he can make... if you pour it in the bull's water trough, but watch out. That beast is enormous. You'd better put it...
All right, then. Olbram's book.
And remember, it's supposed to be a joke.
Right. So I need... Why do you and the Jalio...
It's their fault. Olbram's the worst of them all. The nasty old codger. He's the one that stole our pasture.
What pasture did they...
The one that stretches from the orchard behind the Takov down to the gamekeeper's lodge.
And how did they take it from you? You can't...
Save the jokes, will you? There's a tree down by the gamekeeper's lodge. My father, God rest his soul, was there when they agreed on it. He got a proper ass-kicking, but then fucking Olbram came along, claiming it was the other way around. And that pasture...
Well, can't you...
Do you think we haven't tried? But there's no... Year after year, we meet in that pasture. I tell it like it was, but Olbram always starts spewing his lies. And when the Gelievites are at wit's end, they come at us. We managed to convince them to at least give us back half the pasture. But I know the whole blood...
Have you tried asking Lord von Burgov for it?
Of course, but he'd have none of it. He said it's up to... But the bailiff couldn't care less. He said we should deal with Olbram ourselves. Take care for now.
I need something that'll put animals to sleep. Prochek said you might know something.
Did you get tired of blacksmithing and take up farm? I just happen to know of some. I used a concoction that will put even a startled mare to sleep in no time. But the recipe is an old blacksmith's secret. You're in the trade, so listen up then. You take some poppy and thistle and boil them in oil. Then, after it cools off, you add a little herb Paris.
That doesn't sound too complicated. Thank you.
У меня теперь есть рецепт. Нет.
It happened.
Чутка мака.
Just watch where you're going next time.
Еще раз не скажет.
Lord be with you. Praise the Lord.
Taking their time again.
What will it be?
What's new?
Vostatek. He's got a cottage near Vidlak. I hope he hasn't started. You could also stop by. He could tell you all sorts of interesting things. I have some here to... And that's all.
Sounds interesting.
Tell me then, what did he give you?
What's new?
Nothing new. It's quite...
I tell you, and you dob me in.
Gee, why would I dob you in?
Look, just drop it, will you? Gossiping about it won't do anyone any good. What do you want?
Blurt it out to the first person I meet.
No, I just want to be sure nobody finds out.
Так, ну, что-то я забыл, как делать уже это зелье. Что там в масле, по-моему. Ладно, надеюсь, напомню.
Empty. I need to go somewhere else.
По-моему, вот по дороге было. Или-
Quick! Quick!
По дороге сюда вроде.
Go!
было.
Quick! God! Quick! Whoa! Whoa! There now.
Вороний глаз еще. А как вороний глаз выглядит? Синий. Точнее, нет, красный. Красная честного. Тут. Всегда хочу на чай сесть. Он так теперь АОЕшно собирает. О, да ну. Вот и продается.
Whoa.
А, все можно? Ну, насушенную. Дайте мне бронеглаз.
Gepriesen sei. What do you...
I'll have a look at...
Нет.
Ay, maybe next time.
Оптик.
Served him right, no?
Natürlich, Batista da. Was möchtest du?
I'll have a look at the...
Вот. Сколько? Сколько одна стоит? А, так мало. И все.
Das war ein gutes Geschäft. Auf Wiedersehen.
Если честно, то это каннибал. А, вот колыбельная, походу. Не написано, типа, сильно кипяти. Или просто... А. Анцеслей. Что значит? Везде в конце слева, окей.
I didn't boil that poppy long enough.
Ага. О. Один оборот. Кажется, надо сначала все-таки опускать, а потом уже. Количество 3. Все. Отлично. Хотя, может, надо было шнапс сразу сделать. Есть одна штука. Надо сделать. Че? Есть? Походу нет. Да. Белладонна нет.
Ave Maria.
Не знаю, можно ли воровать вот...
Was wünschst du?
Show me your ware.
Pleasure doing business. Take care.
Не знаю, может надо все посушить? Зачем мне вообще? Эти два оборота. Блин. Эти снова с два. В первой части, кстати, прям видно было, когда ты добавляешь эти травы всякие. А может быть сильно слабительный шанс. О, вот это надо.
Don't think I can't see you.
Relax. I'm not doing anything wrong.
Бара, это ты? Хотя можешь с ней поговорить.
What do you want?
Do you know anything about the devil?
Mother of God! Such blasphemy!
See you soon, my friend.
Лол.
What'll it be?
What happened to Ambrose the hermit?
He's at death's door with some ailment, and there's a peculiar talk about him. They say he made a pact with hell.
I hear Ambrose the hermit has some old sword.
A few folks saw it at his place some years ago, but then it disappeared. Maybe he sold it, or chucked it out.
See you soon, my friend.
Какую-то нормальную одежду купить, если такая имеется.
Show me your wares.
Будто есть смысл только все там, где 3 покупать. Качество. Ну блин, она хуже всего выглядит. Дарите кому-то. Он может штаны купить.
Word about the price.
Sure.
Is this enough?
Look, author. Thank you, and take care.
Пусть будет.
I've heard you dye your own fabric.
I used to. I tried a few times, but I had to give it up. Why'd you ask?
I'd like to buy some pig.
I see. Well, perhaps I could find...
Ah, damn. That's more money than I thought. Look, I don't need much. Just a bit will do.
Is that so? What do you...
Блин, что ответить? Сохранялся? Нет. Блин, тут не написано. Квест еще лягушка есть. Видимо, можно сдать. Блин.
Nothing important, really.
All right, whatever. But I'd hate to find... You know what? If I scraped off some of that dry pigment from the edges of the bucket, and that could work, those pigments are a magic...
What do you mean?
For example, if you need blue, you can use blueberries or woad leaves. You put them in hot water with the fab... Walnuts good too, with the husks of The best way to make red is from madder root. And when you add alum, or you could just use plain old... Oh, and privet's not too bad. You can even use the leaves. But you know what's my favourite way of making yellow? Using dye, and for so much cheaper than using... Buckthorn makes a nice green. Maybe the best... The most important part is the stain, anyway. But even that won't help you if you don't know what to use. Too bad, but I see you're really into it.
My word.
Oh, not just be careful not to stain yourself.
Спасибо. Еще и алхимия прокачалась. Блин, еды мало. Тихо, тихо.
Praise the Lord.
Can I help you?
What are you doing here?
Да, я хочу поесть. А, надо, походу, ночь ждать. Что, они все во дворе своем?
Ave Maria.
Темная ж вроде есть, да? Грецкий орех. Ждем. Голос сохранится. А чё он тут?
What's that you're doing? Surely you don't want to break in, you, such a good soul.
I was just looking at that bull you've got there. I don't think I've ever seen such a
Aye, our bull. Olbram's, that is.
What do you mean?
For example, we have to watch it all night. Farewell, and good night. I hope you're not going to be wandering around out there all night.
Да, аж до сюда. Сохраниться.
Did I imagine it? I heard something. Must be mad.
О, богато. Надо же сначала ему подлить. Или он сверху? Нет.
You can't just stroll around here without so much as a by your leave. Well...
Blessings to you.
Где применить?
Come now. So, you're not going to leave? Very well then. Give up now or I'll call the guards. Do you want to get the guards involved? Have it your way.
Чё ты стучишь? Вид. сам вообще ничего не вижу.
All right. What am I gonna do with you?
What the fuck?
Aye. This'll be good.
Тихо.
Well, what's it gonna be? This is tiresome.
Нет.
Arrest him! Guards! It was you!
Enough! I give up!
Felt like doing a bit of robbery, did you? For now, you'll pay a fine.
Look, can you keep a secret?
What are you talking about?
Look, we're both men.
Where are you going with this?
It's like this. Yesterday, I met this pretty girl.
No.
They're really good in bed. Well, this yarn at high noon, then all of a sudden, that girl made a... Oh,
all right.
Блин, нет, мне же тогда сказали, чтоб я не спалился. А как мне того отвести?
What? That's right. Stop acting like a child.
If you like me, there are better ways of showing it. What are you waiting for? What was that sound?
Что она там делает? Что ей там не имется в этот раз? Капец.
What's that noise?
And I was beginning to worry what that was.
Ха-ха.
If you like me, there are better ways of showing it.
Отстань ты, отстань.
God bless.
Как ее увести?
Excuse me.
Use you.
That's a beautiful bull you've got.
Aye. And nothing is the finest animal far and wide. He wasn't cheap either.
What's an animal like that?
A big, strong bull like him, and pure. No, that's why I keep a close eye on him. Say, you're a bit too interested.
I'm just curious. I had a dream the other day, and in this so when I saw Arishtek, I thought, and now I'm trying to get to the
Look, I may be old, but I ain't pissed off before I... Oh, what's your problem?
Стоп, сильный удар за мной.
I surrender! I surrender!
Ты что, дурак?
No. No.
Все, отстань. Достали. Ну вот это стелс. Это база. Просто стелс в РПГ играх. Это просто забей. Стоит. Как ее отогнать? Иди отсюда просто. Просто уйди. В прошлый раз вроде там никого не было. Ну тогда. Не получилось.
Praise the Lord. What are you doing here?
Нафиг.
Ah! What was that? All right, what was that?
Нормально. Так, все сейчас сделаю, сохраняюсь. Потрачу тут шнапс. Не хотелось. Поесть, то вдруг у него там, я не знаю, живот замурчит. Вдруг даже ему не останется. За то, что я выпил.
I heard something. Huh? I must be mad. Huh? Did I imagine? To hell with it.
All right. Aye.
Тихо, 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 тихо. Тихо, 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 тихо.
You're not
Что?
from here, eh? Around here, you need a light after dark.
Окей, окей.
Ah, you're ugly.
Now I know why you wanted to be in the dark. Anyway, carry on.
Шо? Мне скажут, что вот все идеально все.
It's done. Obram's bull isn't as white as it used to be.
I knew you wouldn't let me down.
To hell with the fucking pricks. The lousy cities are...
All right, then. Here's the reward I promised you. Every last groschen.
Thanks.
And since you already got caught up in our little disputes, maybe you can help me with something else.
So, what can I help?
We're planning to meet with the Geliovites in the pasture. We'll sort it all out with them there.
Why not? After painting that book.
Aye. Talk. We'll get into a huge argument and then stop. So then, should I send for Obram?
Wouldn't you rather call an end to this endless feud with the Geliovites?
Chance would be a fine thing. Obram... The bordeth by the orchard. That's where I... who knows what the...
You should talk to the bailiff.
Thrush? He already said ages ago he doesn't want to get involved.
Well, as you wish. You know what? I'll go have a talk.
All right, but don't get your hopes up. And don't you go... See you soon, my friend.
Может их попробовать ограбить? Ладно, видимо, надо обучение пройти. Блин, я не знаю, мне кажется, что можно сходить типа вот этому мельнику. Он все равно тебе даст задание, все такое. Anyway, я сейчас посплю. Продолжу уже вот эти задания в следующий раз. Возможно, вечером. Есть. Пока спят.
Ave Maria. Christ, pardon me.
Ну, так как-то аппетитно есть. А, все. Хотя такое как будто не хотелось бы есть. Так, ну все, короче, оффа. Дальше продолжать. Попробую вот помирить. Все, давайте.